Okay, so welcome. Hi, everyone. What a big class today. I think you've all come because you're excited about the test that we're going to be doing today. But good to see you here to continue learning English. So we have today a review of everything that we've learned in Unit 12. We're going to be looking at the future. Okay, so guys, we're going to be looking at using the future tense, how to talk about making a sentence, saying something in the future, and also the negative won't, you won't be doing an action. And very importantly, using the article the, when to say the and when not to say the. A lot of people get stuck on this one. And measurements, we looked at using percentage. We looked at using temperature, the Celsius degrees, kilograms, kilometers, square miles. And finally, talking about land and water, more about the earth, and because we know now how to give a presentation. Expressions for knowing how to talk about a topic. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's get started because we've got a test coming up. So where I am, I'm at the review section for Unit 12, right at the end, page 152. So let's do as much as we can before the test. And I hope we have time. We'll go some extra materials as well. Okay, so we have the first one. We're looking at using the future when we speak about the future. So I want to make these sentences. It looks like it's a conversation, A and B. I think so we know we put a subject and then we've got the will and then the verb. So I think we will live on the moon in the future. I think we will. I'll just put I'll just copy and paste this one, the future. So let me just show you the rules again. So that's how we do it. Subject, will, verb. Okay, we're talking about something that we're sure is going to happen. It's called the future simple. So it's subject, will, verb. To make a negative, you add will not or won't. And to make a question, it's with the will, subject, verb. So maybe I'll put these in different colors like this. Okay, so that's how I do it. Subject, will, verb. That's just a quick review. So we is the subject, will live. We will live on the moon in the future. And then someone says, no, we. So he's already, you can see it's a negative because he says, no, we, how do we make a negative? He's got the subject, no, we will not or won't. I think won't because that's the option we have here. No, we won't. No, we won't. Number two, something the earth get warmer. It's a question. How do you start a question in the future? Will. Yeah, will. It looks like the subject is the earth. Will the earth get warmer? It depends. So that's the subject. So he's making a sentence. It will in some countries, but it won't. So when you've got but, you're changing what you said before, because you said it will, but it won't. But it won't in others. Number 3, it's a question. So will deserts get larger? Yes, I think they will. Yep. Because you got to remember the first one is called a positive or it's called a statement. And that's how we do it. We use will in the positive, won't in the negative. To make a question, start with will. Yeah, so very simple rules. That's your present simple tense. Very simple. That's how you make a sentence about something that's going to happen in the future. The verb is the action. I will see you tomorrow. I will call you tomorrow. I will travel next year. I will study on the weekend. Okay, remember using the. This is where we have a little bit of rules where we need to remember when to use the and when not to use the. So do we say the Polynesian Islands? Yes. So I've got the rules. So remember, you can look back on my notes. They are on Padlet. You've got this big, you remember this one? We talked about when to use the. So the island is here. So yes, the Polynesian Islands. So I need to use the. So yes, the. How about Michigan? That's a city. Do we say the city? No. So I'm just going to put like a line. No, it's just Michigan. I live in Michigan. I live in Adelaide. I live in wherever. Atlantic Ocean. Do we need to put the for oceans and seas? Yes, we've got the name, ocean and seas. So yes, if it's an ocean, doesn't matter what name, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, yes, we need the. Mountains, do you say the Atlantis Mountains? It's plural, yes. So you've got, if it's mountains with an S, yes, the Atlas Mountains. Africa is a continent. Do we need to put the? No. So no the. It's just Africa. I live in Africa. I live in Australia. I live in America. We don't say the Africa. And a river. Yangtze River. Yes. So we know that from our rules. Remember, you should remember this for rivers. Yes. The Amazon River. The River Nile. So yes. Mount Kilimanjaro. It is a mountain, just like we had in number 4, but there's no S. It's not a plural name of a mountain. So no, you do not put an S. When the mountain is single, there's no S, like Mount Everest, you do not put an the. So no article means you don't need to put the. Okay, how about United Arab Emirates? Yeah, we need to say, I live in the United Arab Emirates. So anytime you have United, I live in the United States of America. We can see it here. Here. So anytime there's states, kingdom, or republic in the name of the country, you have to say, I live in the United Kingdom of UK, the United States of America, the Republic of Dominica, whatever. So anytime you have these words, yes, the something states. So that's it. That was, if you got those correct, then you've learned when to use the and when not to use the. Okay, we looked at, so now we know how to make predictions with will. We can tick that. We know how to use the definite article, that's the, or no article with places. We looked at measurements. So remember, we've got Celsius, degrees. That's what we use in Australia and United Kingdom, maybe some other countries. So if you are in Australia, you have to be using this one, not the American one. Meters, we use meters in Australia. Kilograms, we use kilograms, not pounds, because that's American. We percent and square kilometers. So we need to know measurements, because when we're speaking about a place, usually we talk about what's the population, what's the temperature at a certain time of year, how big is the island. Yeah, we need to know these measurements to a place. We can't just talk about a place. It's nice to always give detailed information about the measurements. So Easter Island, this is a place, is in the northeastern Pacific Ocean, and its area is 163. So when we talk about square kilometers. So that's pronounced square kilometers. Yeah, square kilometers. We don't really say km2. We actually say it, square kilometers. So that's how big it is, 163 square kilometers. So this one here. The climate, that means the temperature, is warm with an average temperature of about 20 degrees Celsius. So that's how we say it. You say the number first, and then you say degrees Celsius. We don't say 20 C. We actually say the words 20 degrees Celsius. What's the temperature today? If you want, if someone, you know that you're talking about the temperature, you could say, oh, today is 18. That's fine. You can stop at the number because someone asked you, what is the temperature? But in this situation, they want to write it. So the temperature is about 20 degrees Celsius. So we say it, it's 20 degrees Celsius. The island is famous for 887 statues called Ma'o. I don't know how to pronounce that. These statues. The largest Ma'o weighs, so we're talking about how heavy something is. How much does it weigh? 74,389 kilograms. Now we can write it like that, but we need to say kilograms. We don't really say kg. We say the words kilograms. So again, I will put kilograms. So we actually say the word when we speak. When we write, we can write kg, but when we speak, we say the whole word, kilograms. And it's 9.8 meters. So again, we can write M, but we really say meters. Take notice of the spelling. We use the British spelling, not the American spelling. So just take notice of how we spell it, meters. 3,790 people live on the island, 60%. So again, when we write, we use the symbol, but when we speak, we say the words, percentage. So 60% 60% of the population are Rapa Nui. The ancestors of this people built the Maui. Okay, interesting. That's on Easter Island. If you remember, we looked at making questions with how. So we use how to make questions. You remember we learnt here to make questions with how when we're talking about age, how long something is, how far, how many we want something, how much something costs. So we use the word how to make a question. So how something is Easter Island? What do you think I'm asking? How big is Easter Island? How warm? How warm is the climate? Is the temperature in Australia? Now, how tall is the largest Maui? How many? How many people live on the island? How many? Okay, so questions with how. If you remember, we also are looking at choosing the correct one. So let's see if we know if something is an ocean or a sea, lake, river, forest or island, desert or mountain. So I'm from Italy and my family always spends the summer by the Mediterranean Sea. It's called the Mediterranean Sea. The River Amazon travels through 6 countries. Greenland is the largest island. So Greenland is the largest island. The S is silent. Island. We all think they are cold places, but the Arctic and the Antarctic are also deserts. Okay, so now we know how to talk about measurements and we know how to talk about land and water. That's using the vocab of islands, oceans, rivers, lakes. Okay, remember we did a presentation, so now we know how to talk about an important event. So let's look at some expressions. Where is the wrong word? So this one, they did it for us. Good morning and thank you for coming. My name's Eva and I'm from Germany. We don't need the for country, so I can cross off, make sure you cross off the. So my name's Eva and I'm from Germany. Today, I'm going to talk about my company. We can cross off the M. There's 2 M. Yes, exactly. It's repeated. I'm going. So we don't need the second one because it's already in the first one. Subject am. I'm going to talk about my company. First of all, the company has began in 1965. You don't need has because we're just using the simple past. The company started. The company began in 1965. In conclusion, I think the company will, after will, we do not have to, so it's just will verb, will grow in the future. Thank you very much for listening. We don't say your. Thank you very much for listening. So now we know how to give a presentation. We know how to talk about a place or okay, let's get to some extra materials. Let's look at our extra material. Okay, so just a quick recap about the future. Subject, will, verb. There's no other words in between them. We use it to talk about facts. That's true information about the future. Okay, so anytime we have true information, we want to talk about something, make a negative, we know it's won't. To make a question, we use will. And if we want, we can add our thoughts before the will. And that's by saying, I think. It's like saying, I think it will rain tomorrow. I think I will go to the movies on Friday. I think we will study for this test tomorrow. Something like that. Okay, so that's a quick recap of the future. Let's go to the questions. So we have okay, we need to add ill or will to the sentences to make them in the future. So tomorrow will be a beautiful day. They did the first one for us. Number 2, one day I will be famous. Yes. So one day, you can say I'll or I will. One day I will be famous. We, number 3, we will. We will be in Rome tomorrow, so meet us there. That's better. Now I can see it. Yeah, we will be in Rome. Number 4, your new girlfriend will be at the party. But it looks like it's a question. So I need to start with, will your new girlfriend be at the party? So it's very important. Look out for the question. Number 5, I think John will pass. Because remember we said we can give our thoughts about the future by adding I think, that goes together, and then subject, will, verb. So I think I will see you tomorrow. I think John will pass his exams. Number 6, it's a question. When, it's a question, but if we start with one of the 6 W's, like where, when, why, which, then we put that before the will. What is it? No. When will you be 18? So you got to follow this rule here. So the rule is you put the 6 W's first: when, why, where, will, subject, verb. Like, where will you study next year? When will you travel? Why will you work on the weekend? What will you see on? Yes. Yep. So remember, it's the W's first and then straight away will. What will? Where will? When will? Why will? So you got to keep that together. Subject, verb. So when will you be 18? Number 7. Who will win? Real Madrid or AC Milan? Who will win? Number 8. Don't worry, I'm sure you will be better. I'm sure you will be better. Number 9. Next week it will. So next week it will be, next week it will be the summer holidays. Do you think it will rain? So the subject is it, the day, because we're talking about something that's not alive. Do you think it, the day, will rain tomorrow? Nobody will be in the office tomorrow, so don't call. So the subject is nobody, or you could say no one. No one will be in the office. And the last one, it's a question. Will we ever find a cure for cancer? Okay, pretty easy. Using the present simple, the future simple. Now let's put the words in order. So we've got number 2, they did it for us. China, that's a subject, will become the richest country in the world. Number 2, we need a subject. The world, people will buy everything on the internet. So subject, people, will, verb. Number 3, we need a subject. The world will get hotter. So you can see we're talking about the future. We're saying what will happen. It's a fact, true information. Number 4, subject, everybody, or it's the same as saying everyone, will speak English. Number 5, subject, humans will reach Mars in 2030, yep, or 2030, yeah. Number 6, everybody will live for 100 years. Okay, good. Now we've got a conversation. You have to add will, ill, or won't. The negative is won't. Ill is just the connection of a subject and the verb will. So, question, will you be here tomorrow? Yes, I will. I will be in the Seoul Cafe at 11 o'clock. Question, will you be alone? Yes, I will. What about Cassia? She won't be here, or she will not be here. Where will she be? Where will she be? She will be in Amsterdam with Henry. Good. Future simple. Another conversation. Cassia, this is Bernardo. Can we talk? Yes, of course. A will be Lewis and C will be Juanita. So A is Lewis.
A.
Cassia?
Okay, this is Leonardo. Can you call?
Yeah.
When will you be in Amsterdam?
On the 1st of August.
Will alone?
Will you be alone? You need a subject. Mm-hmm.
No, I won't.
Mm-hmm.
In which hotel will you in?
Will you be in?
Will you?
Which hotel will you be in? Because there are lots of little short words, so you have to really push each word. Which hotel will you be in?
I will be in the fall.
Seasons.
Don't worry. I will be very, very careful.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll be very, very careful. Good. Okay, then let's go to the next page. We looked at the. So again, when to use the and when not to use the. Yeah.
Jessica.
Oh, she's downstairs? Yes. We can. Let's go to Regina. Thank you. Okay, so we know when to use the and when not to use the. It's called the article. If you want to know the grammar word for it, it's called the article, the definite article, the. So I don't need to talk about the rules because we know them. Let's go to the exercises. So this is Anouk. She's from the Netherlands. We know for it's a country, but because it's got an S, we need to say the Netherlands. Number 2, Sri Lanka is in the, yeah, we need to say the, because oceans, we say the. Australia is in the Indian Ocean as well, but it has another ocean. Earth is 384,000 kilometers from the moon. We know for planets, we need to say the moon. It's not for planets, it's only for the moon. I'm actually just gonna fix up thank you.
Thanks.
That's okay, welcome. So actually, the is only used not with planets, but with only when you say the moon. So the moon, we have to always say the moon. Like Jupiter has, unless you put a number, has 5 moons, but if it's singular, you know, the moon that is around Jupiter is called whatever. So in our example, Earth is 384 kilometers from the moon. Paris is famous for the Eiffel Tower. Paris is famous for the Eiffel Tower. In the past, Black Sea was part of the Atlantic Ocean. The Black Sea. We know for seas, the Mediterranean Sea, the Black Sea, the Dead Sea. Number 6. There are 27 countries in the European Union. So anytime you have words like union, states, republic, you have to say the. It's like saying the United Nations, the United States, the Republic of Dominica, the European Union. Number 7, river Ganges goes through the. It's the name of the river. It's like saying the Amazon River. The river Ganges goes through India. And the last one, Slovakia is next to the Czech Republic, because we have the word republic. It's like saying the United States of America, the Czech Republic, the Dominican Republic. You need the. The Czech Republic? No, because it's a country that doesn't have states, union, and republic in its name. So you don't need, it's like saying Australia. Australia is next to, but because this country has the word republic in it, then you should say, it should actually be a capital because that's a part of its title. Because it's a country that has the word union, states, republic, you need the. Okay, let's make some sentences, correct the sentences. So Taj Mahal, the Taj Mahal is in India. Number 2, the South Pole, Antarctica. Number 3, the name of a canal where water flows, the canal connects the Pacific Ocean. Remember, we need the for names of oceans. The Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic. Number 4, the name of a building, usually we say the Tower of London is in the center. Because we usually say the center, the middle, is in the middle of London. Yeah.
Number 3, the Pacific Ocean to Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah. The Panama Canal connects the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean because it's got like it's still got the ocean. It's the name of the ocean to the Atlantic Ocean. So that's why.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the Tower of London is in the downtown. Yeah, because center, downtown, middle, yeah, is in the downtown of London. Tick if is correct or not. Last year we went on a tour of, it's a continent, we don't need, sorry, it's a name of, we don't need a tour of North America. It's the name of a country. Number 2, we went on a tour of the White House. That's correct. My parents live on the Mulberry Road. We don't need the. You don't use the with roads. It's like saying, I live on Peary Street. My friend's house is on whatever. You don't say the for the names of the road unless the road has that word. Like, for example, the parade is in Norwood. That's just the name of the road. It's called the parade. So, but usually names of roads, we do not put the. The California is famous for Hollywood. What's wrong with that sentence? That's a city. We don't need to put the in front of city, so we can cross that off. Number 5, Mount Etna is it's a country. We don't need the. Sicily. You do not put the in front of a country. The Atacama Desert is the home So names of desert, you don't put the. I think that's correct, that sentence, actually. Can put the, maybe the, no, it's not so important. Beijing is in the capital of the Republic of China. That's correct. Tick. I work in the north of the city. That's correct, that sentence. The 10 Downing Street is the home of the UK Prime Minister. What's wrong with that sentence? You don't need the, so it's. So we don't need the. Six countries are around the Red Sea. That's correct. Okay, you've got to complete the sentences. So we have, which is, you could say bigger, the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean. So we need to say the Atlantic Ocean. Which of these 4 countries is closest to the equator? So the question was, which of these 4 countries is closest to the equator? Because we're comparing. And when we compare more than two nouns, we need to use the EST. So the EST, close. So we don't say the Egypt, it's just Egypt. Maldives. We actually say the Maldives because it is a country, but it has an S. The Mexico, no, we just say Mexico. Or the Philippines. So remember, because these countries have S's in them, we need to say the. Number 3. It's midday in the. It's midday in America. It's a question. Yeah, this question always confused me. It's midday in America, so we don't need to say the. People get up. Will people get up or have dinner in New Zealand? So it's midday in, we don't say the America, so I'm going to cross that off. So it's midday in America. People will get up. So it's asking a question. People will get up or have dinner in, we don't say the New Zealand, in New Zealand. So there's no the in front of New Zealand. Number 4, last week you sailed down. So, because it's in the past, so we need to put an ed to the verb. Last week you sailed down the 3rd longest river in the world. So we need to say the 3rd longest. It's like saying the 2nd biggest place in the world, the longest river in the world. So we need to say the here. Which was it? The Amazon, Yankee, or the Mississippi, because they're all names of rivers. So we need to say the Amazon River, the Yangtze River, or the Mississippi. We need to put the. And the last one. You decided to walk up each of these buildings. Which takes the longest time, because we want to compare. So which of these places takes the longest time? The Eiffel Tower. Yes, we need to say the Eiffel Tower. The Empire State Building. Yeah, so we need the Empire State Building. Or the Burj Al Arab. Okay, so that's all we had time for the extra materials. So we will talk about it one last time. So what did we do? We looked at the future tense, being able to say will, verb. There's no to in the middle. So be very careful. I'll quickly show you that again. You just say will, subject, will, verb. Remember? There's no to. It's not I will to see a movie next week. It's I will see a movie next week. And to make a negative, we just put won't. I won't see you this weekend. To make a question, will I see you this weekend? So the best way to practice is to pick one action and then make a sentence with it in the positive, in the negative, and in the question. So let's say it's play soccer. I will play soccer on the weekend. I won't play soccer on the weekend. Will you play soccer on the weekend? So that's how we do it. To put our opinion, you add think before it. I think I will play soccer on the weekend. Then we looked at using the. Again, lots of rules, so I'm not going to go over it. You should remember this. Names of rivers, island, oceans, seas, mountains, if it has an S. If the country has the word states, kingdom, or republic, then you need to say the. If it has east or west in the name of the country, then you need to say the. If it's a name of a desert, the moon. If the country has an S in it, like the Maldives, we say the. If it has northeast, southwest parts of a place, you say the. If it has the word tower, the Eiffel Tower. If it has union in it, like the United Nation, the union, I think we had one just before with union. I forgot the example, but there was one with union in it. Then we have when not to use the. Cities, you do not say the. Towns, they're like little small villages. Country, you do not say the. The state in a country, roads and streets, you do not say the, but be careful. Yes, some roads do have the word the. The mountain, if it doesn't have an S, Mount Everest, you don't say the. Lakes, you do not say the. Continents like Australia, Africa, America. Beaches, you don't say the. It's Glenelg Beach, Henley Beach, Noarlunga Beach. We looked at how questions. So how old is something? How far is something? How long? How big? How much did that cost you? How many books do you have? That was it. We did presentations, so we know how to present. And that was it. So that's all of, you can find my notes on Padlet. So that's all that we have learnt in this unit. So let's have a break. I hope you've enjoyed it. That was the end of the book as well, talking about the future. So we were able to talk about the future as the final part of the book. We finished it. So if you are continuing, we'll be starting again from unit 1. But we finished it. So let's have a break so that you could get ready for your test. And I'll see you next time. We will continue.